Welcome back to Card Chats, episode 117, I believe. We're about to go live with Borse from the north. He's about to jump in. Episode sponsored by, as always, Diamonds Rising. So yeah, just waiting for him to jump in and we'll get to it. Hope everyone's having a great week. Hey Bill, thanks for joining. What up, Nick LaRoe? Shout out Sneaks, Vermont and building.
What's good, man?
What's going on, brother? Oh, you frozen already.
Yo, I'm gonna just walk down the street a little bit. There's this motorcycle club, and they're loud.
All right.
I think they're having some, annual something.
So, while you're doing your little walk with the street, for everyone that's on the live right now and about to watch after when we're off, you want a little introduction to yourself?
I'm Borse from the north. I call myself that because my last name's Borsalino. My friends call me Borse for short, and I'm from the north end of my city.
And what?
I've been making music for a very long time, since 2006. Started taking it serious around 2016. Put out some projects, videos, etc. And kind of went on a little sabbatical. Now I'm trying to push back into it again. And when you take sabbaticals, you kind of gotta start from scratch. You don't get back in line where you were in the first place, right?
Right.
So what's good?
So Borsalino, I'm assuming you're Italian.
That I am.
It ain't hard to guess with a name like that, bro.
Not at all.
No.
The vowels.
You said you started making music in 2006, but only started taking it serious in 2016.
Yep.
That's 10 year. That's a 10-year gap. What made you decide to take it serious after 10 years? Was it just you trying to figure out where you were on this whole oversaturated market of music?
Just rhyming all the time, really, and just realizing that I'm really good at this, and I wasn't really good at a lot of things growing up. I was always trying to discover. I tried basketball. I tried a lot of things. And rapping, I was pretty good at skateboarding, not gonna lie. I'm not to toot my own horn, but rapping I've always been better at, and I figure, why not just stick with it?
Hold on, sorry. People are just hitting me up in the chat right now. What up, everybody?
No worries.
Mike Fresh.
I might invite people.
Mike Fresh. I don't know what town. You're in Hamilton, right?
Hamilton, Ontario, yeah.
All right, shout out Steel City.
It's 905, baby.
Yo, do you remember an artist from Steel City? I don't know what how old you are, or what era you're from, but about in 2007, he was 2006. He was making music. You remember the artist JIGZ CRILLZ?
JIGZ CRILLZ, bro. He's North End as well.
Yeah. Not
Legend,
many.
bro.
Yo, definitely, man. He is not spoken on enough.
Oh, bro, man, he did a lot for the the North End shit. He put Hamilton on the map.
Those MySpace days, bro. He was fucking
MySpace, fuck yeah.
from that era. Where I'm
Yeah.
from. Yeah. They're teetering into the Facebook days. Oh, Steel City Cypher 905. What's going on?
Yeah, yo, freaking they're good people, man. They're doing a lot for the scene right now. Shout out to Bro Chantel, Ross Burns, all of them.
Yeah, I'm glad, bro, because I like to hear that. Because a lot of people like to say that they're helping the scene, but they're not.
No, I know. Believe me.
They all think they're helping everyone, but they're really just benefiting themselves.
Yep.
And that's how it works out. But who am I? Just a podcast.
You talking facts though?
I'm a musician myself, though. I used to make music myself too, so that's why I'm so familiar with the way things go in this thing, and how fucking petty it can be, and how great it can be.
Egos colliding with each other. Yeah. It's wild,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, egos collide very hard, bro. Very, very much.
Brutal.
Especially in the area vicinity you are. Not to hate on Toronto, New York, or Toronto, Hamilton, Mississauga, all of them. There's so many artists in that specific region, man. There's just always someone beefing with somebody.
Bro, I got my feelings about it too. Don't worry.
What do you about it?
Pardon?
What are your feelings about it?
I just think that there needs to be less politicking and more just getting down to the music. Everyone is so concerned about how they look, and they want others to see how they are with other artists on the scene. It's just more of an image than anything, which is kind of sad. I'm not even saying that to throw shots. It's just You know, if we all just get together and like we just care about the music, we could strive. But everybody wants to be the top dog, the face of the town. They want to be, you know, and I get it. I'm not going to act like in the back of my head that I don't ever think that, you know, oh, freaking, I could be the first to blow out of the city. But at the end of the day, even if I don't blow, I just want that respect. I want people to walk up to me and say, Borse from the North, you're dope, man. That's all I really want at the end of the day. Freaking.
Has it always been, has the From the North moniker always been attached to the Borse, or has it that evolved over time?
That evolved quite recently, actually. I used to just go by Borse. Kind of just went through a whole ego death type deal.
had a nice little shroom trip and had an ego death.
I don't know about the shrooms, but you know, went through some adversity.
I feel you, bro. That do it.
Yeah.
So, talk about some of the music you made from during the 2006 to 2016 era. What were you doing? Were you just putting out mixtapes? Were you just putting out like, tracks that get heard?
Well, in 2006, I was 11 years old, so I was just rapping in the playground, just writing, you know, writing little rap disses to like people in the classroom who would piss me off. Just little, you know, dumb shit. Rapping about my first crush, you know, like 50 Cent. If I was your best friend, watch you around me all the time.
Just remixing for every shorty that you fall in love with that week.
Pardon?
So, the music that you make now, what would you say is the message that you're trying to make from it? Like, what's the message you're trying to convey to people?
Outspoken, non-filter. You know, if you're crazy enough to think it, fucking say it on a record. You know, pretty much.
And what are some of
Put yourself out there. Don't worry about like what's trendy, and you know, put yourself out there. You, who you are. People care about authenticity. You know, they don't want to see just someone hopping on, like, because like they see that from someone else, and then they see it from someone else, and then they see it from someone else. You know, do something that's gonna make you be like, oh, so see it like this. Look. Okay. Oh, what's this? You could be that. Oh, what's this? You know, rather than the okay.
And do you have a recent project out right now that you still are promoting? Or I know you're working on releasing a single coming soon. I think there was God by My Side. I believe it was called. All Not By
God on My Side.
God on My Side.
Yeah, that's coming out on the 27th.
27th, and is that like a very like focus on your religion type track? Because I mean, you'll see
not your usual Christian song. It's more so aggressive, because like when you hear people talk about God, right? You hear them say God is love. God is love. Sure, yeah, He is, but He's also a rightful judge of whom's wrath you do not want to feel, right? And it's kind of more so about, with God on my side, it's me and God against the world, against all the worldly desires. And whatever adversity comes my way, with God, it's not scaring me. Without God, I'm petrified. Yeah. That's what it's pretty much about. It's kind of like a stand to it.
And you had some adversity that ego death part like come to fruition. What kind of adversity are you talking about? If you don't want to get too deep into it, that's fine.
Yeah. No,
people like,
you know, certain things that happened in regards of, you know, some city stuff and etc. that kind of pushed me into a whole other category per se, wanting to like be more isolated and solitude. Sorry, that's not a word. So, like, be more in solitude, and it made me realize a lot of things. You know, true colors, who's in my circle, and stuff like that. You know, certain things happened that kind of I felt some people just tried to come at me in a certain way, and like it happened like 3 different occasions too, and like back to back. So you know, I guess like you said earlier, man, the scene is pretty crazy at times. You know, when people get jealous or whatever the case may be, if they just flat out don't like you, they'll try to find any reason under the sun to come at you, and they'll try to make a reason to cover it up because, you know, if they just gonna say they're gonna come at you because they don't like you, that'll expose them, right? So they got to make themselves look like they're justified for it. Yeah. And you know, a lot of these people I've been good to, and they did me a certain way, try to separate certain camps, tried to, you know, come at me, you know, derail my character and etc. And I kind of had to take a step back for a bit, and that kind of pushed me more to God. It did. You know, there's one night, I never told anybody about this. There's this one night where I was laying down, like thinking, like, damn, what the hell am I gonna do? Like, freaking, what if, you know, these certain things actually ruin me? And so, you know, like, I was just going crazy, right? Wasn't thinking well. I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I was just tripping. And then it's not that I heard, but I felt the words. What are you worried about, son? I'm right here. And then after I felt those words, bro, I was in so much comfort within the struggle. I was still struggling. I was still having that uneasy feeling in my stomach, but there was comfort within the struggle, if that makes sense.
I feel you. Well, you know, a lot of people when they do have struggle, they find in expressing it in the music. So I can definitely understand that. And by the back-to-back adversity that you face, trust me, bro. These last 10 years are like not giving me a fucking break for decades. So
Sorry, I didn't hear that. My bad, man.
the last 10 years felt like life is not giving me a fucking break. So I relate to the adversity back-to-back vibe that you felt. So, like, trust me, man, I'm here I'm rolling with the wheels until they fall off. But, like, some days I'm like, fuck up, the wheels do fall off.
I feel that, man. I feel that.
And
how's that personal thing you told me about, man? Is everything all right?
Good.
I'm glad to hear it, bro. I'm glad to hear.
I appreciate you not putting it open on the.
Yeah, no worries. I definitely, people, I'm not Wendy Williams, you know.
Have me on Facebook if they have, like, listen to my full length podcast. They understand the shit that I deal with and everything because I'm very transparent. I don't really keep shit to myself anymore because it makes it worse for me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'd rather not think about it myself. I'd rather just put it out there and, like, people are gonna talk whatever they want to talk. So, you know, me, I'm like, it's whatever to me. As long as you don't cross me, we're good. But if you cross me once, it's fucking game over. There's no. You know, like, if you're on fire, I won't piss on you to put you out. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I feel that, man. I feel that.
So, with that song that's coming out on the 27th, is that related to a full project you're working on?
I do have an album that I dropped in May called Grandpa Joe, which is my grandfather named Joe, and it's about the old school days in Hamilton and my family's roots in it as well. I talk a lot about that, and I incorporate some skits as well regarding some family stories I told when I was a kid. I kind of brought those to life in the project. It's called Grandpa Joe. It's out now, and in terms of having any future album, I think I'm gonna stick to singles for a while because this is a really small attention span day and age, right? And I'm not really that big, so I don't feel like people are gonna take the time to really listen. Not saying anybody, but for the most part, I don't feel like a lot of people are going to take the time to listen to a lot of like a full length album, right? But a single will give, I got more of a shot of people hearing my singles and shit. But yeah, I got 2 albums out. Tourette's Rage, because I got Tourette syndrome, and
what are they even?
Yeah, freaking throughout the years, I guess it progressed. But when I was a kid, I was like, fucking twitching a lot, making weird noises and shit. But yeah, like the odd time I'll fucking twitch and shit like that. But yeah, freaking my Tourette's now is more mild, but it's a little weird because like it's like a pitchfork poking me to like, just say inappropriate shit sometimes. So when I get angry, it's more effective, and it makes me come off as a fucking asshole.
I mean, there's a lot more people that have it than people realize. Like it's and I feel like for some reason over the last like maybe 2 decades or so, it's more and more like you're just maybe that's because the population of the world is growing anyway. But I mean, like, it just seems like a lot more. I met quite a few people in like the last 10 years that have it. I did when I was like in high school. So
yeah,
But to just speak on that for a second, when you started making music, did it affect you when you were making music a lot?
It actually like made things better. Like I wouldn't stutter as much. I wouldn't really stutter at all when I'd be rapping. My friends' older brothers even took notice of that. They'll be like, when you rap, you don't even stutter. And it was something that I never really noticed. But like, it would make sense because like you're practicing on the flow, right? So it's definitely helped me and like benefited me.
And speaking, like,
Sorry, bro.
no album. The other one was called Tech Rage.
Oh, Tourette's Rage.
Tourette's Rage.
Yeah, Lord.
How was the response to those albums?
I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. You know, I didn't even make a freaking payment for Grandpa Joe, and it got like past like 1,500 freaking streams within like 3 days. So
That's
I was
dope.
like, oh shit, yeah. I was like, damn.
And prior to those projects that you put out, what were some of the influences putting those records together?
Tourette's Rage was more so because if you go listen to Tourette's Rage, it's a very versatile album. The production isn't that well. My engineering skills weren't the best back then, but it's a very experimental kind of album. I got one song where like I'm pissed off. I got one song where it's a storytelling track that's about like it's not a true story. It's just something that I made up the concept. It's I'm having an affair with like my friend's wife who I'm being the best man to. It's called Secret Lover, you know. So I got a song like that. It sounds like a weekend kind of song. And then I got a song where I'm talking. Sorry,
like a farthing thing from a best man fucking the man.
And then I got another song on that album where I'm talking about my pill addiction to Vyvanse. I was hooked on Vyvanse like when I was a kid because the doctors put me on all that. I was on a lot of pills, but fucking yeah, kick that habit. Other than that, fucking. So it's like I guess the influence behind Tourette's Rage was more so trying to figure out my sound, my style, and the influence on Grandpa Joe. It's just like I've always heard stories about my Grandpa Joe, man, and he was a really tough guy. He didn't fuck around. He was like 5'5", little Sicilian guy, and he did not fuck around. He wouldn't hesitate to take a bat to someone's fucking arm if they crossed him or any shit like that. And I was someone who was always a weak little wimpy kid from a neighborhood where you had to be tough to survive. So I got fucking punked around a lot, and just hearing about that just always inspired me. And so I always loved the older days of Hamilton, like the older characters, the ruggedness, the rawness, the fucking, just the junkies pushing shopping carts and, the heavy set women on the Barton bus with like fucking 8 kids, like it's Hamilton, bro. It's Hamilton. It's what makes Hamilton the city.
It's the way you pieced it together. The heavy set women on the Barton bus.
Yeah. It's Hamilton because it's not just one heavy set woman. Like you see them a lot sitting in a certain spot with a basket and like 8 kids they're trying to tame. It's what makes the city, man. And what people from like higher up areas, they may look down on it, may see it like, ugh. I love it. It's Hamilton. It's raw. It's and like the city's really being gentrified now, and you don't really see a lot of it as you used to back in say like 2002 or something. And so it really inspired me to talk more about that era of Hamilton and the era even before that time.
Yeah,
and I just really want to showcase that to the people who moved down to Hamilton, knowing now that it's gentrified, to kind of tell them the origins and the roots of it. And starting with like my family.
It's not like the old like middle class like Hamilton that it used to be. Like, like factory worker.
Yeah.
Like it's
Stelco.
Nickname for a reason, right? So
yeah, Steel City, right?
I thought
Stelco is Consumers Glass.
Didn't they?
Sorry?
Didn't they call it Hammertown for a while too?
Hammertown, yeah. Hammertown, the Hammer, 905, Steel City, Steel Town, all that.
905. Is that Peter Jackson's from Hamilton too, right?
He's within the GTA. I don't think he's actually from Hamilton, but I opened for him in Tony Yayo.
I opened for Peter Jackson and Joe Budden back in 2011.
Yeah.
I
like Peter Jackson, man. He's in his own world, I've noticed that about him.
He does a lot.
Yeah.
So,
he's dope, man. He's dope.
Who are some other artists you've opened for since 2016 then? Like some of the industry established artists?
Oh, the only big one so far is this Yayo and Peter Jackson.
That was recent on Yayo.
Yeah. That was back in February.
How'd that go?
Oh, bro, amazing. I met Tony. Yo, he's so cool in person, man. He's so patient and he's so fucking funny. He's just a really dope guy, He like Not even from like just the fact that he's a celebrity. It's just like overall, he seems like a genuine dude to be around and someone that you would really want in your corner.
What gave that impression off about him?
It's just some people, like fucking, you can just tell. And, I didn't feel like any shady vibe from him or anything like that. He just felt very genuine, very welcoming. And, you hear stories all the time about celebrities like, oh, get the fuck out of my face and yada, yada, freaking total opposite. Like, I never heard stories about that about Yayo. It's just like celebrities in general. But it's like, Yayo, it's a very good experience meeting him, man. He was just so welcoming. Like, do you remember the video game Blood in the Sand?
I recall the name. I don't think I played it.
Freaking, I got it. It's a 50 Cent game. And
okay, well, yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I brought it with me. And he saw it and his eyes lit up. He's like, yo, I gotta sign this, man. And then he's like walking around the whole place backstage. He's like, yo, anyone got a fucking marker? I need a fucking marker, man. I need a fucking marker. he was so determined to sign it. It was fucking dope.
Did you find a marker?
Yeah, it's signed and it's in my wall, actually.
And so you're planning on releasing singles instead of a full-length project. After this, do you have singles lined up for after the one coming out in a couple weeks?
Yeah, actually, I got I got a lot of features. I got a feature with my boy Angus the Guru, and I got another one with my boy Wes Gray, and I actually got a couple with Lindor. And
okay, man.
Yeah, freaking, he sent me one, and I'm not going to disclose a lot of information on the one he sent me because it's his song, but we got something for a future project he's working on, and I actually sent him something last night that I can see him on, and he said he's going to get back to me on that around Monday-ish. So, yeah, freaking, I got a lot of features, man. I got this other one with this artist named Flozis, and now I'm at the point where I got a lot of songs, and I'm trying to, like, find the right structure to, like, put this one out and put this one out after that, and then after that, and then, so I'm kind of sorting that out, and I guess I'm writing a little bit here in between, but yeah.
I don't ask this much because I haven't gotten into the whole streaming phase of releasing music yet, but how do you structure things like
that? Like putting a song on Spotify, or?
Well, like I guess the idea of having to schedule it and sending it to DistroKid or whatever third party you're using, but like how do you personally structure your ideas or release dates and things?
I just go based off of whatever feels right, man. For me, like, people are different, but like for me, it's more intuitive. Like, I just feel like this would go out better at this time. And if I hold back on this, even if I made this before that, I'll still put that out before it, because I don't know, it's intuitive, really.
Yeah. So what you got to do?
Sorry?
You just go with what your gut's telling you?
Pretty much.
And so the project that you have a track with Lindor, you said that's going on one of his projects, or is it just a single from coming out through you?
It's well, one is going to be on an album he has in the works, and that's him featuring me, and then I got one I'm going to put out as a single of me featuring him. And
has he got any of your visuals at all?
No, I go to a guy named Josh Tiller. He's dope, but like I just found out yesterday, but from watching your guys' interviews, that he does visuals as well, Lindor. Yeah. So freaking, that's another person I can go contact for that,
And what's Josh's company name again? I forget what he goes by.
TT Media.
Yeah, that's what it was. I follow him on here.
Oh, bro, he's dope, man. Yeah. He's like easy to work with, easy going, freaking professional, good quality stuff. What more can you ask? Makes it affordable.
And how do your videos do when they're released? I hate talking about numbers, but how do the videos do?
They do good, man. They do pretty good. My last one got like 5,600 views, around that number.
And what track was that for?
For Curtain Close.
And what's the concept behind Curtain Close?
Curtain Close was kind of what we were talking about at the beginning, actually, how this, the whole politics within the scene and how it can make the artists who really just want to be about the music feel having to maneuver in that scene, because even if you're someone who just wants to be about the music, you still got to kind of maneuver in it and like deal with egos and etc. So it's kind of a track about that, saying, I just want to get along with everybody, And it's a shame that we have to see it this way. You know, we can all just really get together as one if we all just stop being stubborn type deal, you know?
What do you think is keeping the unity out of Hamilton? What do you think is holding it back? Egos, or it's deeper than that?
What do I think is holding Hamilton back?
Unity-wise, to be united.
Oh, yeah, like kind of like, yeah, egos, I'd say. That definitely.
I'm trying to
lot of politicking, but like, that's anywhere you go, all right? I'm not trying to talk like it's just Hamilton, but yeah. But there are a lot of great folks though in the city, man, who I'm not the only one, right? Who like wants to like everyone just to be about the music too, right? There's folks in the city who are dope shit who wants people to be like just come together, you know?
And you find that a lot of Hamilton artists still like claiming that from Toronto, because
nah. I know I don't see that. They're proud where they're from a lot, you know. I feel like some people who move to this city, a lot of folks who move to this city, they don't really realize the mentality here, and they think that where they're from, it's going to be the same everywhere else they go. So when certain things happen and, you know, people aren't seeing eye to eye or, you know, this or that, I think some folks kind of get surprised, like, but for the people who are locals and grew up here, that's just an everyday thing.
So what do you think when the people that move to Toronto or wherever from Hamilton, what do you think they don't expect to get there?
I don't think anything bad of them. I just think, you know, it's just anything in general in life, right? When you move to somewhere, don't expect the mentality there to be the same where you were from, pretty much.
Okay, then to go back and change the question, what do you think they should expect when they get there? Then, like, if
should expect?
No,
sorry, bro. Freaking.
You answered the question the first time right. I just went back and changed the question.
Oh, okay. So what they should expect? It's a good question. For people who are from the city, they should expect from them to, you know, to be more confrontational, assertive, aggressive a little bit, right? And yeah, pretty much like that. Not so much in a hostile way. It's just, you know, this city growing up, it was considered just, it was street. That's really what it was. A lot of, now that it's gentrified, you got a lot of folks who come from the higher ends, right? So they're not really used to it.
Yeah. And what is it? Is it mostly the shops and things that are being gentrified?
Yeah, the shops, which is good for like, you know, it's good in the sense that it keeps streets that were going out of business up and running again. It just kind of sucks for the locals because now it makes the living more expensive.
I think your boy West.
Sorry?
I think your boy West Trade joined the convo.
Yo, Wes, what's good? Bro, me and him got a lot of fucking features. Like, he's the artist in the city who I got features with the most.
Who are some other artists in Hamilton that you've worked with?
K-Triggs, I got a song with him. This guy named Flozis, I got a song with him that's not out yet. Who else have I worked with? This cat named No Match. I think he's Toronto though. But Angus the Guru, I got a song with him coming out. He's gonna come down on Sunday and record his verse.
Where's Angus based out of? Is he in Hamilton too, or is he...
Angus? Yeah, he's from Hamilton.
But you ever work with Young Stitch? Because I know a lot of people work with Stitch. I go far back with Stitch.
He's a big name, man. I haven't got up there yet.
Well, it's possible, man. He's pretty open.
No, for sure. I respect what he's doing. I see what he's doing. I'm happy where I'm at right now, and I guess whenever I get there, right? But you know, shout out Young Stitch. I was actually in like a video chat with him once because he knows my friend Solomon, right? And yeah. But other than that, freaking no, I never worked with him, yo. But he's a spitter, bro. He's he's a spitter for sure. He would definitely, if I got on a song with him, he would definitely, make me put the pen to work. That's for sure.
me and him go pretty far back. When I started making music, it was right the same time he was. And
Oh, shit.
connected with on MySpace.
MySpace days, yeah.
Um, there's a few people joining. I'm just trying to see who's joining in. So have you always just wanted to remain in Hamilton, or have you ever thought about changing cities to try and make your career on a different trajectory?
One day, I want to go to the falls.
Oh, okay, St. Catharines.
I love the falls, bro.
There's a lot. That's an underrated fucking area of spitters,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't know that many. I heard of this cat named Tino, and he's dope, but he's the only one I heard of, like, out in the falls.
There's Pluto Hand. There's Swish Styles.
Okay.
There's a lot of artists out there, bro. I've done a few out there. So.
Yes. Yeah, I want to put my hands in the falls pockets, man. Because they got a lot of fucking clubs there, bro. They got a lot of venues and shit, and plus tourist attraction, right?
Yeah. So for this year, do you have any other? Do you do a lot of performing? Are you on the stage a lot?
Oh, I love performing, bro. I love it. I love it. I love it. And ever since I took that sabbatical, I've been trying to hop back. You know, I'm gracious for my homie Wes. He keeps bringing to me 2 shows that he's on, and he's performing songs that we've done, right? SMG is out now, by the way. It's a song of him featuring me. It's just showcasing our wordplay and skill. There's not much of a concept behind it other than just rapid fire lyricism and, you know, hip hop, baby.
And who are some hip hop artists like inspired you to making music in the first place?
Eminem is a huge one. But
yeah.
Big L as well. Lloyd Banks, 50 Cent. You know, that whole camp pretty much, you know. I know Big L ain't in that camp, but I'm just saying, you know, G Unit, D12. You know, I like the Locks as well.
Yeah.
Rakim, of course, you know,
Rod
Cool Keith, Cool G Rap, fucking a lot of the older heads too. But if you want to talk new school, you know, you got the J. Coles, you got the Kendricks, you got, you know, I like Logic. I don't care what people say. I like Logic. I fuck with him. You don't like him?
I don't mind him. I think a lot of the times he gets overhyped.
To each their own, for sure.
Obviously,
Sorry?
done because he's good. So I mean, I'll like the power to him. But just I don't know. It's just sometimes you could be good. Sometimes you could be a little way too back.
He's a very energetic person, right? And when you're very energetic, you're more so of like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. Even, you know, people who are more laid back, they stop to think like, will this come off as cheesy to a lot of people, or, you know? So the way I see it, you know, he's doing him, you know, and I can't knock that, yeah. Right?
Oh, definitely. I don't really hate on artists.
For sure.
They're not for me.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'll still interview.
Hey, what do you think of my shit?
I like it.
Oh, mad. I seen you when you did the story. You put my song Snowfall.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I checked out first, and then I checked whatever I could that was on Apple. So
Snowfall, man, that's a really personal song to me, man.
That's why I chose it. I like that kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about this girl. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of music usually is.
Yeah.
And so before music, what did Borse want to grow up and be? Like, if it wasn't music, what were you aspiring to be career-wise?
Photographer, actually.
And what stopped you from doing?
When I finally got into Mohawk, and I just realized, like, okay, this is all bullshit. I don't want to do any of this. Like, not photography, just like they fucking. It's all business, man. I'm an artist, you know. This is why I need a team.
See, if that's what Lendor was saying yesterday.
Yeah, team's important.
Enough what they need, and it saves them on the spending. Like, for example, his videos and like he does all himself, so that's like one piece of the cake already cut out of having to pay for.
Yeah,
and then he does his own sound engineering too, and you do your own sound engineering, right?
Yep.
Did you just learn by trial and error with engineering, or did you have anybody teach you?
Trial and error, pretty much, along with YouTube.
Yeah, that's how I learned too. No YouTube.
Yeah,
trial. Definitely a lot of trial and error.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. You hear my stuff from 2018? You're like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, at least you're putting the work and trying to learn it. There's other people who are just lazy and don't want to.
Yeah, real talk. But on the real though, I get a little lazy at times too.
Sometimes, man, you just don't have it in you all the time, man.
That's real. That or like I'm just working too fast and it's like, all right, fucking, I need to chill. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, fact. That's true. True. And like with your heritage being you're Sicilian.
Sicilian and Abruzzese and Romano.
So with that being your background, do you feel like, because obviously your logo is inspired by your background.
Sorry?
But your logo is obviously inspired by
Huge. That in the movie Goodfellas.
Word. I noticed. And do you feel like a lot of that has inspiration in your music too? Do you add a lot of like I don't know, maybe skits with some Italian background in it, like whatever the case is? I don't know exactly, but
oh, definitely. My heritage is a huge influence in my music. I got a song called Vaffangulo, for crying out loud, right?
Yeah. I gotta check that out.
I got my nonna smacking me in the video, bro. It's funny. She gets the slipper and she beats my ass with it.
Oh shit. So, you have any bars you want to spit for people? Bars?
Woo! Okay, we'll see. Look, I'm off the leash when I'm vexed, and I'm a beast when I'm flexing. Battle me, you better rap elite or flee for the exit. I'ma ease all your tensions with a lethal injection, so needless to say, you're gonna need all the venom that you could get before I cleave you in segments and eat through your flesh, then treat you like a meaningless peasant and start beating you senseless. The thought of out-rapping me is pathetic. It's like a fucking porn star who wants to take up semen retention. It's not gonna work. I'm a harder pill to swallow than a bottle of perks, an alcoholic since birth, and I speak with my dick. So speak my mind, slut, swallow my words. Nobody's grimy as this, the most of nihilistic, vilest, violent of sins that only I can commit. When I'm on a fucking mic, composing right from my breath, the moment it rose to a fiery mist, I'm polarizing it quick. The code is devoted solely for me, I'm in this bitch. Y'all just walk around, talk out loud for individuals, but when it comes to your act, fuck.
Oh, that was fire though. That was nice.
Respect. I think the last part was like, fuck. But when it comes to your actions, crickets, not a sound. Y'all sound like you got a hole in your head, like you spent the night at Jeffrey Dahmer's house. Hopeless sex slaves to your own obsessed games. I'll make a pinpoint to show you, buddy. Throw a template. My flow and pen games, the equivalent of a throat and head slain by chosen senseis. Straight nuts, pent up like a straight pup on a great hunt to give a slut a dry fucking leg hump. King shit. Like Elvis Presley with a pen in hand, make a bitch swing hips. Like Elvis did to wet the clams of screaming women in a trance, explicitly advanced to linguistically whip hands on any rapper who really wants to go tit for tat. Get on wax then, sucker. Kick my ass. Spit your heart out just so I can grab it to use it as a fucking cum rag. Spit on it, then give it back.
Yeah, you definitely with the bars, brother. And I could tell that you put a lot of emphasis on your syllables when you're writing too.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. The Maltese and shit.
Yeah, the Maltese, the wordplay and stuff. Definitely, you're definitely on point with that, bro. I'm surprised that I wasn't put on you sooner because.
Sorry?
I'm surprised I wasn't put on you sooner because it's the type of hip hop that I listen to.
Oh, I took a long break, right? So I'm sure I kind of came irrelevant for a bit.
That's all good, man. Before we go, do you have anything you like for artists that are coming up who have taken like yourself? Do you have any suggestions on if they're making music and then stopped and they're coming back, what they should say?
Understand that you're not starting from scratch. You're coming back from a new start for a new start type deal.
You're reinventing yourself, basically.
Yeah, like you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience.
That's a good way. Yeah, that's very important, bro. I think that's good advice. I think that might be our clip from the interview.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, Definitely working on those now. It's slowly but surely coming along. Don't worry.
Definitely, man.
But yeah, man, you're always welcome on the show whenever you have. When you're gonna drop on the 27th, come on the day before or before it drop at midnight or something. You feel like a release episode. Welcome on anytime, bro. I appreciate you coming tonight. I forget if the flyer said you're episode 117. Episode 117.
Sorry, bro?
Episode 117, right? I forget what the flyer said.
Yeah, 117.
Yeah.
And I would come on the 27th, but I got a show with the homegirl Coco Leia. I'm gonna do that, but like maybe a few days after that.
Yeah, no
worries.
whenever you want to come on and talk about the release. That way, it's been out a few days, and I've been cooking up on the streams and shit like that.
Definitely.
And with that track that you're releasing, are you doing visuals for it?
For God on My Side?
Yeah.
I got I'm kind of on a payment plan right now, so I gotta get all that done, pay them fully, and then definitely.
But I appreciate you coming on, bro. Honestly, Borse from the North. For everybody that's not watching on live, this is Borse from the North. I'm your man, line with episode 117 Card Chats. Episode sponsored by Diamonds Right. Fall's coming. Go get yourself a nice sweatsuit from them. If you tell them I sent maybe a code. But yeah, bro.
Mad love. Yo, can I say one more thing real quick?
Of course.
Y'all can hear my music on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube Music, Borse from the North. That's BORSE, then from the North. Follow me on Instagram. Give me a message. I love to interact with people, new faces, old faces, don't matter. Mad love, yo. Have yourselves a great night.
I appreciate you coming on, bro. And like I said, anytime you want to come on, just let me know.
Definitely, brother. Mad love. Thanks for having me.
Peace, bro. Thanks for coming on.
Mad love.
Peace.